Okay.
Bonjour, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is in a good mood again. So we will proceed with the agenda. Donc, Madame la greffière.
We have an agenda before us to be approved.
C'est beau. So do I have a mover and a seconder for the agenda? Conseiller Crossman, Conseiller Léger. Are there questions on the agenda? If not, we will go to a show of hands, right, Madame la greffière? Donc, unanimous. Merci. Madame la greffière.
Could the two councillors online state their vote for the agenda?
Who's online?
Yes.
Thank you.
Merci.
Next would be the reading of the meeting notice. Please be advised that there will be a special public meeting of City Council in Council Chambers, City Hall, Moncton, New Brunswick, on November 6, 2025, at 9 a.m. for the consideration of the following: reports from administration, the 2026 operating capital and utility budget summary, resolutions, and adjournment.
Merci, Madame la greffière. So we have one report from administration. Is that you, Jacques? I've never done this before, so voila.
All right, thank you, Your Worship. So today what we're going to do at first, we will start off, we will vote on the park motions. So those are the ones that were made by council during deliberations. So we'll start voting on those three. Currently, right now, the three motions on the table are for council contingency, so that would mean that they do not impact the tax rate or anything like that. In the event that a motion would be amended or something like that, we would then, and it would have an impact on the tax rate or the user rates for utility, then after voting on those three motions, we would need to go and update the resolutions. But if the three motions on the table today are passed, we can go directly to the resolutions and vote on them. So I would suggest the first thing we're going to do is go through the motions, unless there are questions from council before we get through the motions.
So are there questions from council? Merci, Jacques. Conseiller Bourgeois.
Je veux juste m'assurer qu'on a voté contre le 15 membres. Est-ce que essentiellement ce que vous avez présenté dans notre budget, c'est ce que le CRPA nous avait présenté sous draft de no additional RM?
Exactement ça.
OK, merci.
Oui.
Merci, Madame le maire.
C'est beau, merci. Donc, maintenant, conseiller Butler.
Yeah, just a point that I would like to be looked at, and I spoke to Jock about it. We get a rebate back from the RCMP of 10 from the federal government, the Treasury Board, of 10% from a 90-10 split, and a part of that is most of it is because of how much they depend on the amount of federal work that the RCMP do, and that falls underneath drugs. Organized crime, there's a number of lists of what they're supposed to enforce for that 10%. But I would like for us to have a breakdown of how much work is done federally. So if they do more than 10%, and I've asked the superintendent here at different times, as we well know that when he comes here, we talk about the drugs, open-air drug use, issues like that. So when we do that, I would like to have a breakdown. So if it's more than 10%, then our rebate or subsidy should reflect it. Because when we do that with the 70-30 split, we do 70%, then the split between Riverview and DF, that changes all the time. We should also, that's big money to us when they're doing more federal policing than municipal. So that should reflect on the way we get paid on the rebate. So I'll leave that with Jock to maybe write up a proposal how we can look at that contractual agreement for that 90-10.
Yeah, no, thank your worship to Councillor Butler. That's what we'll do. We'll kind of meet as a leadership team with Jeff and Serge and Nick and legal, and we'll raise this with the CRPA and also the membership to just start tracking that and actually get more information so that we can actually see where that stands.
Yeah, as we know, data is sometimes hard to get, but let's give it a
Yep.
try.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. No other questions, so Jacques?
Yeah, so I think now what we'll go through is the motion. So Shelley will, we'll start with the first one, so that the motion that City Council approve a 40,000 feasibility study for a recreational community center in the Salisbury Road area, and that this study be funded by the Council Contingency Fund.
Merci, Jacques. This was moved by Conseiller Bourgeois.
And seconded by Leger.
Seconded by Conseiller Leger. So how do we vote?
So now we vote.
Electronic? Okay, so we will go, unless there are questions.
Any question?
No? So we will go to electronic vote.
Councillor Steves, Councillor Kingston, could you cast your votes? Councillor Kingston should
Sorry, I
have,
did hit the yay block here. It's, okay.
okay, we'll record you as a yay.
We'll hit confirm vote, I guess. That would do it.
Yep.
And Conseiller Leblanc is not here, right?
No, yes,
So
so 9 yays.
the motion passes unanimously. Merci. Jacques.
Thank you. We'll pull the second motion.
So has everyone read the motion? It's moved by Conseiller Richard and seconded by Conseiller Bourgeois.
So this motion would be that Moncton City Council approve a $250,000 increase from the Council Contingency Fund for additional street calming initiatives, moved by Councillor Richard, seconded by Councillor Bourgeois.
We will go to the vote. Other questions? Conseiller Bourgeois.
Oui, j'avais une question par rapport à la motion antérieure, mais aussi celle-ci. Vous deviez d'abord vérifier si c'est à peu près 300 000. Moi, j'ai pas de problème à ce qu'on prenne le 40 000 du budget 2025. Est-ce parce que là, ça dit pas quelle année de Council Contingency? Est-ce qu'il y a une explication?
Oui, donc avec le Council Contingency, c'est un compte de bilan, c'est pas un expense, donc c'est pas quelque chose qui s'élimine. Donc, ça dérange vraiment pas de quelle année que ça sort, parce que ce qui reste de l'année passée, on l'emmène à l'année future, donc ça dérange vraiment pas. Couramment, on a 152 000, mais moi je pense qu'il y a des choses qui vont venir sous budget, puis on va être proche du 300 000. Donc, à la fin, si il reste des fonds, on va l'emmener à 2026, puis si on le dépense trop, ben, ça va manger dans le 2026.
Merci beaucoup. Merci, Mme la maire.
Merci. Conseiller Richard.
Merci, Maris Thériault. Question pour Jacques. Je comprends le point du Council Contingency, c'est comme un pot, puis l'argent rentre sur whatever. Sur ma motion pour cette année, pour 2026, et ça, mais aussi, si je voudrais ajouter le 250 000 dans les autres années, est-ce qu'on peut faire, je peux dire, can I amend the motion to make it say that instead of 500,000 every year going forward, can we have it at 750,000 going forward until needed? At some point, there'll be a break where we won't have as many traffic calming, requests.
Yeah, so you could make that motion if you want to, but really, we're only voting on the 26 budget year, so it would be next year's council at the end that will vote on the capital budget for 2027.
Yeah, I understand that, but staff is going to be putting in like you guys had already marked in the 500,000
Yep.
for 27, 28, 29 going forward. So that's what I was hoping that I'd be able to add to the motion saying that instead of having it 500,000 in the oncoming years, have it at 750.
Yeah, so I think it could be, it certainly, again, the motion could be made. It would be more symbolic again, because when the new council comes in May, they're going to set their new priorities and set their, so again, it could be made, it won't be binding or anything, so it could be made symbolically, but it will be the new council that will vote on that.
Okay, so I could make that amendment, or do we just need an agreement between me and Councillor Bourgeois to make the change? Make the motion to amend? I can't amend that one? Oh, so I would make a new motion after that? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll set
as
that.
long as you know it's not binding.
I understand, yeah, I'm just making the point that the traffic calming is doing a good job. Oh, legal.
Yes, so I think it's a motion to direct administration to include, because again, that's
Yeah,
kind of how, because again, it's not binding or anything, so.
that's okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
understand. So then, after we've done this, I'll make a motion for that directive?
Yep.
Perfect, merci beaucoup.
Merci, conseiller Richard. Conseiller Légère.
Merci, Madame la Mairesse. Can I just get some clarification related to what the $250,000 will look like in terms of traffic calming measures? That was an amount that was chosen, and I don't have much background on it. The traffic measures are working, but they're only as good as the availability of staff and resources to be able to implement them. So perhaps maybe speak to, I guess, your current budget. Are you spending everything possible in the current budget you have for traffic calming? And maybe just explain where the $250,000 additional can go to making the streets safer.
Thank you. Appreciate the question, Conseiller Légère. As you're familiar, we do receive quite a bit of requests for traffic calming, and through our policy, there's a lot of those streets that do qualify. For all the streets that we've looked at and that do qualify, we're looking at millions of dollars in qualifying measures. So obviously, we're in a situation where we have to prioritize our program. And so the need is there for sure. We're into a backlog situation because the program is fairly new. Most of those measures are permanent, so they are asphalted speed bumps or raised crosswalks. So once they're in, there's really no maintenance per se. There are operational impacts when it comes to installing the delineators and the crosswalk bollards, for sure. But the bulk of that money would be for permanent installation. Where we can spend that money, there's really various ways to look at it. The streets that were proposed for 2026, as you'll notice, were shorter sections because we had some longer streets in there, namely Ryan, Highland View, Hennessy, and Frampton. So we could use that extra money to complete those streets or sections or longer sections, or we can look at our list and see what was the next street that had the highest score. So the need is there for sure, and we'll definitely make great use of that money.
So can I make a suggestion perhaps then? If the need is there, and to date you've been doing smaller sections because there's not, but you've identified that a longer section would be better, then why can't it be then that that requests come to council related to, look, this is the option. This is what we're going to do with the money that we currently have. Mm-hmm. And if we had an additional $40,000, we could do all of Ryan or whatever the street is, and then perhaps address it that way, as opposed to this particular. That was, I mean. And I think if we were more aware of that, then we can budget accordingly. The contingency fund wasn't designed as just to pick and choose like that, right? There are some things that we've missed. This one, I feel that we shouldn't have missed it. I'm okay with the additional funding, but in the future, I think to serve the new council well would be to do that. And then just explain what it is. You have a lot of requests, I get it, I understand that. But just be more, maybe we just need to be transparent, and maybe we need to better understand the process so that we can achieve the goals that everybody wants. And so, anyway, and Jacques is nodding, so perhaps that's something that, staff can take back and maybe find a way to give us those alternatives. And that's something that we can consider and the new council can consider through the year and then it also realistically addresses the true needs and the true costs. So just my comment on that, and hopefully that'll be maybe brought forward next year in that type of fashion. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Merci, Conseiller Léger. Before I go to Conseiller Bourgeois, is there anyone who hasn't spoken who wishes to ask a question? Donc, Conseiller Bourgeois, go ahead.
Merci, Madame la maire. J'ai surtout des commentaires sur la deuxième résolution. Je les attendrai plus tard. Mais je veux juste m'assurer qu'on comprenne que la priorité numéro 1 du Conseil, il y en a une demi-douzaine, mais la priorité numéro 1, c'est la sécurité publique. Puis ceci, c'est un élément de sécurité publique. Donc, je ne dis pas que le budget n'a pas reflété la planification stratégique, on est limité, etc. Mais moi, j'ai appuyé cette résolution-là du Conseil Richard parce que si ça peut sauver des vies ou empêcher des gens de se faire passer dessus par des voitures ou des cyclistes, toute la patente, je suis complètement d'accord à ajouter. Pour cette année, à partir du fonds de contingence, pas de problème, on discutera de où ce que ça vient et qu'est-ce que c'est pour la prochaine résolution. Mais merci, Madame la maire.
Merci, Conseiller Bourgeois. There are no other questions. Madame la Greffière, would you read the motion, please?
That Moncton, just a second, I gotta grab my computer. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Justin. That Moncton City Council approved $250,000 increase from the council contingency fund for an additional street calming initiative moved by Councillor Richard, seconded by Councillor Bourgeois.
Merci, Madame la Greffière. So, no other questions. We'll go to the vote. So, electronic vote again. Conseiller Kingston and Conseiller Steves.
Yay?
C'est bon, merci.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried unanimously. Merci.
We can do the next one, and then after that, we can.
Okay.
Do you want the next?
Yep.
Or the one that Councillor?
No, let's go through the next one, and then after that,
C'est bon. Merci, Jacques.
Tiffany.
Pourquoi est-ce qu'elle est on la bonne?
Right? Let's do the entire city. Oh, yeah.
Forgot my M. I didn't carry over the M.
Merci, Madame la Greffière. So, Jacques.
All right, the last motion that was submitted during deliberation, that Moncton City Council approved $40,000 for a covered shelter at Knox Parks, and that these funds be taken from the council contingency fund. Moved by Councillor Butler, seconded by Councillor Steves.
Are there any questions on the motion? Il y en a pas?
Councillor Kingston.
Je vois
Oh,
pas.
no, never mind.
We're fine, there are no questions, so we will go to the vote.
Councillor Kingston. Councillor Kingston, Councillor Steves.
It's working.
Oh, good. Perfect.
C'est beau, thank you. Motion carried unanimously. Merci. Oh, Councillor
Thank you.
Butler,
No,
go
no,
ahead, please.
it's not on that, it's just with the council contingency plan. So there was $300,000, and I understand where you come from, because this really contingency fund for 2026 is really for the next council, for next year, because they will have a new council that comes in May, this will be theirs too. So there was $300,000 from last year, and there's another million being put in, so it's 1.3. So I think that we're just maybe $20,000 over, is it? How much over did we go?
So based on allocated, like fully what council has approved, we're probably 250,000 over. That being said, our projections because there can be a difference between what council approves and the actual spend for the initiative. I think we're going to be pretty close to that amount. So for next year, if I were to very conservatively, I project we'll have that $1 million.
Okay, I just didn't want to be spending money here that next year's council wouldn't have. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. Councillor Richard.
Councillor Kingston. Councillor Kingston.
Oh,
Councillor
sorry,
Kingston.
Councillor Kingston, go ahead.
No, I didn't hit my button.
You were showing up. Councillor Richard.
Merci beaucoup. So I would like to move for direction to staff to please raise the proposed future years to $750,000 from the $500,000 already in the 5-year capital works program in the sake of safety of public. I so move.
Merci, Councillor Richard. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Yes, Councillor Crossman. So are there any questions? Councillor Bourgeois.
Councillor
Sorry,
Crossman.
Councillor Crossman.
Thank you, Your Worship. Councillor Richard, can you just finish your sentence to make sure that this is towards traffic calming?
Oui.
And from the Department of Engineering, before I second it, that's all? Just
Yeah,
if
I can
you
do
don't
that.
mind.
I knew what I was talking about, but.
Yeah, you did, but the public didn't.
Right. Appreciate that. Yeah, so move for direction to staff to please raise the proposed future years of the traffic calming. Is that the best word? How would I word that, Jacques?
Traffic calming initiatives.
Okay. And I had the rest of it to, yeah. Merci beaucoup. Thanks, Councillor Crossman.
Merci, Councillor Bourgeois.
Merci beaucoup, Mme le maire. Je suis d'accord en principe à 100%, mais voici ma question. Lorsque le nouveau conseil, il y a une partie sur le nouveau, va arriver dans un an d'Astère, en novembre 2026 pour l'année 2027, ils vont recevoir cette brique ici, refaite là, avec les nouveaux statistiques. Dans le budget capital de 5 ans, parce qu'on approuve juste 1 an, mais on indique qu'est-ce qu'on prévoit faire l'année prochaine, l'année d'après, les 4 années subséquentes. Moi, je préférerais, je crois que ça serait plus clair et ça serait moins symbolique si le budget qu'on adopte là, avec les documents de dépenses capitales inclut 750 dans les années futures que de l'adopter tel quel à cette heure avec les montants de 500 000. Puis l'année prochaine, je sais que vous allez le faire, là, c'est pas comme si vous alliez oublié de le faire pour le prochain budget. Je vous fais confiance là-dessus. Mais je crois qu'officiellement, quand on vient à adopter le budget capital, même si vraiment on adopte juste pour 2026, mais dans le document qu'on adopte, ça serait plus clair si on mettait tout de suite 750 pour les années futures.
Oui, on peut faire ça, c'est correct.
C'est de quoi qui sera ajouté à la motion ou?
Non, au lieu d'une direction personnelle, le budget de capital qu'on va adopter aujourd'hui inclurait les 750, déjà, là, aujourd'hui.
Donc, moi, je suggère une des choses, ça, c'est quand même correct. Si on le fait comme ça, parce que tout de suite, le montant de 2026, on le finance avec la Council Contingency.
C'est ça. Mais
Donc, ça ne fait pas
moving
partie
forward.
de notre... C'est peut-être changer l'année 2, 3 et 4.
Exact.
Et 5, 2 à 5.
Deux documents que nous adoptons officiellement
C'est ça.
aujourd'hui.
Oui, on peut faire
Le
ça.
conseil prochain pourra changer
Oui.
Mais nous, comme conseil
C'est ça.
d'aujourd'hui, pour les 5 prochaines années, on monte de 500 000 à 750 000.
Donc, ça peut être ajouté à la motion.
Ça remplace la motion. C'est pas la même chose que de dire on donne la direction au personnel.
Oui, on peut faire ça, oui.
On
C'est ça.
adopte, la modification serait que pour le budget capital, dans cette ligne-là,
Oui.
les montants de 500 000 augmentent à 750 000. Right?
C'est ça.
Ça serait plus clair.
Ça me saoute.
Merci.
Là, c'est une différente motion. Là, tu sais.
Merci, conseiller Bourgeois. So are you recommending that conseiller Richard and conseiller Crossman modify the motion that they have presently? Okay, est-ce que vous êtes d'accord?
Oui.
Vous êtes d'accord? Conseiller Crossman, you agree? So what is the motion? Could you have it ready?
I can say it.
Ah, c'est beau.
Yeah.
Vas-y, Jacques.
That Moncton City Council approved the increase in the 5-year capital budget for year 2 to year 5 for traffic calming initiatives to be at $750,000
Merci beaucoup, Jacques. Are there any
Per
other
year, yes.
questions?
Per year? That's
Yeah.
added?
Go ahead, Conseiller Butler.
Yeah, thank you. So, Jacques, with this, is this still like a symbolic
Yes.
that we're doing?
It's symbolic because, it's symbolic because there's many things that can happen. For example, as Councillor Léger mentioned, if there is a need and in the city and there's a backlog, and even with that 750, if it will take 10 years, maybe the next council will want to put, rather than doing 3 street reconstruction, they could do 2, and we could attack the entire city maybe in 2 years, right? So again, I think the point that council is trying to make is they are very supportive of traffic calming initiatives. For now, it's one of the motions that Conseiller Richard has will increase it for the next basically 5 years. We would direct staff. The new council will vote on year over year depending on the priorities that they set. But there may also be things, for example, if for next year, if we come up with Conseiller Léger's recommendation, okay, what does this look like in Wholesome? What do we vote for? And if we fit it in our capital budget and put 3 million to do to do more of the city, then again, I think administration's recommendation moving forward later on would be, okay, well, no, we've addressed our city, now we just need to maintain with the new streets. We would need the 750 and that council would vote. So I think but it's still okay though, because what it does is by adding in year 2, 3, 4, and 5, it shows it's 750. So when we're going to present next year, if for some reason that we do more in year 1, we would have justification of the reasons why we reduced the 750 to maybe 200 moving forward, because we've addressed most of the city, right? So,
Yeah, so I guess my concern is that most of the items that we passed today, the motions were all from the councillor's contingency fund, but this is not. This is coming.
that's right.
So my concern is regards to, we still haven't got anything back from the provincial government regards to where this tax assessment is going. It's nice to think that they're going to take the freeze off, but we're not sure yet. We have nothing in writing. My concern is the tax rate for the residents. Could it move when we start doing things like this with the capital budget?
So just based on like what I see if it increases by 250, I mean, one of the easiest suggestions to protect the taxpayer for me would be to reduce the amount of street reconstruction we do, because again, when we pave new streets, people go faster. So it's one that goes hand in hand. So I think that would be, we didn't have direction to increase our capital budget. So I think, again, it's priorities wherever we take, because we have an average bonding of over the 5-year. I don't think the motion has been to increase that. It's just a reprioritization of 250,000 that would need to be done within the capital budget.
Something has to move, something has to give. So in other words, we give money to traffic calming, it's got to be taken away from someplace else.
Normally, yes, that would be the case. But there's many factors that will come in, assessment and new construction and things like that can impact. But there are also negative factors that could come in as well. So at 250 on a $93 million capital spend, I'm comfortable with that. But if it was, $3 million per year, then I would say, okay, well, there's something that probably will need to drop off.
Okay, well, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Butler. If there are no other questions, could we have the motion read, please? Madame Lagraffière.
Justin, can you bring it up? Thank you. Motion that Moncton City Council approve the increase for traffic calming initiatives for the capital budgets for the next 5
Nope.
years. No?
No.
Okay.
So for the capital budget, for year 2, 3, 4, and 5 to 750. So you could do 2027 to 2030 and do, they're not the next 5 years, but the last 4 years of the capital budget. 27 to 30. Or just say 27 to 30. Yeah.
C'est bon. Is everyone comfortable with the motion? Conseiller Richard.
The last phrase that I had said was it was in the sake of public safety, or the safety of the public. Merci.
C'est bon. So we can go to the electronic vote. Merci.
Conseiller Bourgeois.
Oh, Conseiller Bourgeois did, no, we're going to the vote. Conseiller Kingston and Conseiller Steves. Thank you so much. Motion carried unanimously. Merci. And Jacques.
So now we will go to that, unless council has another motion to make, this would be the time. If not, we will move to voting on the budget resolutions.
These are found in eScribe.
Donc, est-ce que je les ai devant moi?
Are you starting with Capital Works?
Yes, you can start with Capital Works, it doesn't matter.
Donc, Jacques, c'est toi qui vas lire la résolution ou c'est
Je
moi?
peux la lire si tu veux.
Wait, I appreciate that.
At the special council meeting dated November 6, 2025, Moncton City Council approved the following, whereas the City Council of the City of Moncton has adopted a 2026 capital works budget, be it resolved that the City of Moncton submit to the Municipal Capital Borrowing Board an application for authorization to borrow and guarantee the repayment of monies borrowed or deemed borrowed for a capital expense for the following purpose, terms, and amounts. General Government Services, $265,000, term 5 years. Transportation Services, $8,729,000, term 10 years. Recreation and Cultural Services, $1,617,000 for 5 years. Recreation and Cultural Services, $13,800,000, 10 years. General Capital total, $24,411,000. Environmental Health Services Utility, $7,642,000, 5 years. Utility Capital, $7,642,000 for a grand total of $32,053,000.
Merci, Madame la greffière. I need a mover and a seconder for this motion. Conseiller Crossman, Conseiller Légère. C'est beau. Are there questions on this? Conseiller Butler, go ahead.
I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but that in the recreation and culture for 13,800,000, is that part of the recommendation for the pool?
No, the big bulk of that in that section would be it's the downtown development, because again, we're only in 2026, right? The aquatic facility is scheduled for 27.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Fine.
Gotta keep.
If there are no other questions, we will move. Do we move to the vote now? Oui. Donc, électronique. Conseiller Kingston and Steves. Motion carried unanimously. Merci. Madame la greffière.
Jacques, we're going to the general operating fund now.
Yep.
Okay, I will read. This is to certify that the 6th day of November 2025, the Council of the Local Government of the City of Moncton resolved that the sum of $242,700,986 be the total operating budget for the local government, that the sum of $201,752,006 be the warrant for the local government for the ensuing year, and that the tax rate for the local government be as listed above, which is non-residential tax ratio is 1.7. And heavy industrial tax rate is 1.7. That correct, Jacques?
Yes.
Thank you. That council orders and directs the levying by the Minister of Local Government and Local Government Reform of said amount on real property tax is to be under the Assessment Act within the local government of the City of Moncton, adopted the 6th day of November 2025 by the Council of the Local Government of the City of Moncton.
Do I need a mover and a seconder for this? So I do need a mover, Conseiller Légère, and a seconder, Conseiller Crossman. C'est bon, merci. Are there questions? If Conseiller Kingston is okay and Conseiller Steves, so we will go to the electronic vote. Thank you. Motion carried unanimously. Merci.
Next would be the water and wastewater for 2026. This is certified that the 6th day of November 2025, the Council of the Local Government of City of Moncton resolved that the pursuant to subsection 117.4 of the Local Governance Act, that the total budget for the wastewater utility for the ensuing year would consist of total revenues of $47,786,883, and the total expenditures of $47,786,833, adopted on the 6th day of November 2025 by the Council of the Local Government of the City of Moncton.
So I need a mover, conseiller Léger, conseiller Butler. Any questions on this? If there are no questions, we will go to the vote, electronic again. Conseiller Stevenson, Kingston. Thank you. Merci. Motion carried unanimously.
Jacques, you have anything else?
No, that is it. I would just like to thank council for a great 3 days of discussions. So, thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. Conseiller Léger, do you wish to speak?
Merci, Madame la Mairesse. I'd also like to thank all of staff for the budget information and the thoughtfulness in this budget. I think all of us on council would agree that maybe at least I can speak about my expectations and was a little bit different than what I saw presented, which was far better than I had anticipated. And so I really have seen so much progress in terms of all the work you do. And it was certainly probably the best budget that I've seen. So I thank you very much and merci à tous.
Thank you. Merci. Conseiller Bourgeois.
Merci, Mme la maire. C'est une question qui vient juste de m'arriver, mais on vient juste d'adopter le budget opérationnel, y compris le GRC, à 0 augmentation. Les 3 municipalités, si je comprends bien, vont adopter la même résolution. C'est différent de ce que le CRP nous a présenté. Si, question hypothétique, si, parce qu'il y a un désaccord, le ministre, ça me surprendrait, mais décide d'intervenir, puis il va trancher dans le milieu, il va ajouter 4 ou 5. Qu'est-ce qui arrive au budget dans ce cas-là? Est-ce qu'il faut réapprouver, modifier? Comment ça se déroule? Si.
Oui, donc c'est quelque chose qu'on a pensé à. Ce qui va arriver entre moi et toi...
c'est pas entre moi et toi.
Oui, entre nous. Si ça dépend du timing de l'approbation. Si que le ministre fera une décision dans les prochains 2 mois, il y aura certainement un impact financier, puis il faudra l'absorber d'une façon ou d'une autre. Dépendant du montant, c'est là qu'on viendra au conseil, on demandera soit l'approbation d'un overspend ou quelque chose comme ça. Si c'est comme la dernière fois que ça arrivait, où ce que le ministre a juste pris une décision au mois de juin de l'année précédente, dans ce cas-là, par le temps que eux autres sont capables de même, si on parle d'ailleurs des 25-30 vacancies qu'ils ont dans leur budget, par le temps qu'ils vont approuver les positions, demander des ressources, puis le temps que les ressources vont arriver, moi je dirais que l'impact financier sera minime.
Donc, on n'a pas de réserve pour les services de sécurité publique.
On a la réserve de RCNP, puis c'est celle-là qu'on utiliserait dans le temps où ceci arriverait.
Puis, je suis d'accord avec toi, là, dépendamment du timing, mais disons que c'était un 2 millions de différence. Est-ce qu'il y aurait assez d'argent dans
On a
la
assez de réserve pour couvrir ça, oui.
Merci beaucoup. Merci, Mme le maire.
Merci, conseiller Bourgeois. I would like to take a moment to say a few words. I have been here since 2008. This is by far the best budget presentation that we have received. Donc, Jacques, Greg, everyone from your department, thank you so much. And I'm also very moved because I will not be running again, as you all know, so this is my last budget deliberation. And really, it's been a pleasure. Donc, merci à vous tous. Merci, chers collègues. Merci. Donc, I'm really moved this morning. Merci, Jean. Serge. Oh, monsieur Richard. Allez-y, le conseiller Richard. Oui, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Let's do it.